Hello UCE families, welcome to a new year. Yay 2021. I don't know about you, but I'm sure you are just as happy to see 2020 leave as I am. It has been a very challenging year to say the least. I hope the new year finds you safe and healthy and your family is enjoying the winter scenery and winter activities, and knowing that a vaccine has now come out, that soon we will be able to do more in-person activities and enjoy each other's company in person. I'd like to start our year with a chalice lighting. And this is a poem by Lisa Doge called Chalice Lighting for a New Year. For the new year, just days old, beginning today, always beginning. We light our chalice, symbol of faith, perseverance, and hope, in astonished thanksgiving and irrepressible praise. For beginnings that emerge out of endings, appear amidst continuity, become visible in hindsight. For all the times and all the ways we have begun anew together, we light our chalice, symbol of faith, perseverance, and hope, in astonished thanksgiving and irrepressible praise. Amen and blessed be. So this year is not just a new year, but a new beginning at UCE. A new beginning with the excitement of the possibility of calling a new minister in just a couple of weeks as I record this. On January 24th, the congregation will be voting whether or not to call Reverend Eileen as the next settled minister. So I hope those of you who can participate in the voting process do so on the 24th. And our new theme for this month is imagination. I personally think that this is perfect for January, imagining the possibilities for the year coming ahead. This week we will be focusing on our welcome mat, at the table, and on the message board from our Soulful Home packet. You should have gotten an email with a link to the Soulful Home packet that you can use at home whenever it fits your schedule. Each week I take little bits and pieces of that packet to focus on so that we aren't too overwhelmed in one week. So this week we start with our welcome mat. And the author of our Soulful Home packet, Teresa Honey Youngblood, she writes about how our imaginations make us unique. And it is one of our superpowers, she says. So how well do we use our imaginations as Unitarian Universalists to connect with the sacred, to create a world made whole? Imagination is key in our children's play. Make-believe enables us to stretch our mental muscle and envision all kinds of possibilities. And this year, of course, at UCE, we're beginning this new chapter in our history, one where we can imagine who we want to be as a faith community. I hope that you all take an active part in that and in writing the next chapter of the UCE history. Our next segment is At the Table. And this is a section that has questions that your family can share their thoughts and feelings about over a meal, whether it's dinner, breakfast, or lunch, doesn't really matter. Anytime that you're all together. And I've pulled out some of the questions that I really liked. But there are quite a few more, so check that out in the packet. One of the questions is, do you imagine in words, in pictures, in sounds, or a combination of those things? Another question is, have you ever had a dream so real you didn't know if you imagined it or not? Perhaps even a nightmare. And here's a good one. Who is better at imagining things, kids or adults? And why do you think so? And the last one I have to share, what's one thing you can imagine that will be different in life after COVID? There's plenty of possibilities there, huh? Our next segment is on the message board. And this is where we share a mantra that we can keep for the month. A mantra to get us through some interesting times ahead. And this month, our mantra is, I'm the director of my own movie. Yes, we have control over our lives, even us kids, and I'm a kid at heart. You'll see a link in the Soulful Home packet to a song by Leah Morris that you can play and share with your family. And it's about using our imaginations by telling ourselves stories throughout the day. Stories that play out in our heads and in our minds, kind of like a movie. So when something bad or sad happens to one of your kids, listen to them and feel their sadness or hurt or anger, whatever it is they're feeling. And then remind them that they can tell a different story in their own minds. They can imagine a new scenario, a twist in the plot perhaps, or change the ending of the story. See how that works, especially if you have a nightmare. I use this technique if I ever have a nightmare. If I have a nightmare that's so scary that it actually wakes me up, I can then retell the story in the movie in my head with a new ending, and then I'm able to go back to sleep. Try that sometime and see if that helps. So, until next week, have a wonderful week, wonderful beginning to the new year. Amen and blessed be.